5 megapixel power over the internet dome camera. This model number is the IPC-D250W-S. Screws and Allen key, manual, instructions and CD, waterproof connector for the HF45 cable. That's for no guessing where you need to make the hole. Stick this in the wall, and right over there is where you have to make the holes. Now the camera is pretty simple. What we're going to do now, we're going to adjust the dome. Maybe you want a different angle, so grab the Allen key, and we're going to lose the screws. When you lose the screws, you put the dome into the side. Now be careful, just do not break the line. That's your microphone, but anyway, it has a safety line there, but be careful with that. So the next thing, we need to adjust the camera. It's pretty simple. We're going to lose the screws on the side a little bit, and now we'll adjust the camera. Maybe we need to go that way. All right, so that's the way you can set it up. That's the movement. Just leave it there, maybe right over there, and you don't need to go too crazy. Just tighten a little bit. It's not going to go anywhere. And there, and we close it back, and we shield the camera once again. Now, how to power the camera? There is two ways. One way is by applying 12 volt power supply through this line, and you connect your HF45. Now, if you have an MBR or a switch powered over the internet, when you plug the HF45, this light will come on, and it means you send them power to the camera. Now in my case, I do not have a power over the internet, so I apply 12 volts power supply, and we can see the light now is on. So the camera is already powered up. By the way, we can see the LEDs. That's the night vision. Alright, now how we can detect the camera is simple. In my case, I'm using Windows 10. You can download from the site. It's called Search Tools. You download it from the manufacturer. After you install, you click, and automatic will load all the cameras that are connected to the same network. Now, as you see, now the default camera is 128.168.1.36. You can change IP address from here. We can reset the camera. We can change this 50 to 60 hertz. We are in the United States, so 60 hertz. We can change the password. We can upgrade the firmware all through here. And also, once again, we can reconfigure the camera or maybe change the IP address. Now we see the password here, and if we click 2 times, we can see already the camera, and this is only for the test purpose, test screen. Now, one way to get the information on the camera, load your preferred browser. We put admin 1 2 3 4 5 6. Later on, you're going to change that. So we see right over here, but we need to change this out. So we're going to go into the configuration, and we need to turn the vertical position to enable. And perfect. Now from here you can change. There's a lot of configuration we can change here. The frequency, vertical. But right now, this is the only thing I need to do. I don't need to change anything else. The light mode, if you want, by default, this thing works perfect. We save it. So right now, it's saved to the camera. We can change the time and format they display in the bottom. If maybe you have that in the back of the store or back door, front door, you can put the information. You can even enable custom titles. Now image, now video. Now that's the format I get right now. We can change the format. See, we can go lower resolution, and that's the higher we can go. And by default, this works perfect. Now you can change good, you can change better or best quality. So if you have a fast connection, maybe you can do best, but good is good enough for me. What I'm going to be using for, you can even change the quality. You can set it up a second stream. my next episode, and by default we don't need to change anything. It's already preset, but if you want to change or bring down the bit rate, I don't think you can change the bit rate right now. No. So you leave it the way it is. You can change the value, and if you want the value high, 100%, and you save it. Now, network, they are basic information of the camera, IP address, and all the information from the camera. We already or either have a dynamic IP, or we can do a static IP and make the changes to each camera. They have a different IP. The port, FTP, if you're going to have that. This camera, that we now utilize this when you're available to move the lens. This lens will now move. An event, you can now detect events, set up a schedule during the day, during the night, when you want the camera to send you a message, or record if you have an NVR, record into the system when the camera is during the day or during the night, or have any motion detection. Now, the storage, again, general configuration of the storage, memory card and the storage to the network, if it's to the cloud, and the device information if it's any device hooked up like an NVR. And the system just give you information of the camera, what we can agree, reboot, factory reset, set the time and day, set the language. So I will go here, yes, and set the right time. I'm up -5, so that's me. So save up, and that's the time. Or you can synchronize with the PC synchronization. Now that's real time. Now the camera keeps on track. So as you see, the camera is pretty simple to set it up, and I think it becomes much simpler. If you have already a system running on NVR, you just connect it and automatically detect it. Now what is about this one, not only you have a high resolution on this camera, but also you have a microphone. It gives you an advantage of other dome cameras, right? They have no mic. This one will be able not only send you video, but also you will hear what's going on in the background as well. All right, thank you.